There's more Z to see. What's inside the newest ZBox, the mystery box made for geeks. Seems not too long ago when we had a look at the previous ZBox, the mystery box made for geeks, and yet sure enough another one has arrived. I should also count my lucky stars that it actually arrived completely intact, because it looks like, judging from the back of the box, a honey badger, a real nasty one too, attacked itself, or attacked the side corner of my box. And like I said, I'm just glad that it arrived with nothing missing, or at least, knock on wood, nothing that I'm aware is missing. If you guys are interested in subscribing to the ZBox, minus of course the honey badger attack, you can click the link down below and you can subscribe today. I mean, I'm looking at the side of the box. It doesn't look like anything has been removed, but boy, I would love to know the story. If only this was perhaps one of those black boxes, they discover after an accident to find out what was the cause, the root cause of such destruction. I would be curious to know what the ZBox black box would actually contain. Nonetheless, though, not worrying, of course, about the black box, but worrying about the ZBox, let's go ahead and get this opened up. I'm going to go ahead and grab my trusty knife, and in this case, because she was such a success, I feel, from last unboxing, I'm going to bring Old Red back, because she hasn't been really been doing these unboxings for a long time. She has now, of course, decided she wants to come back to the fold. Sort of when you leave college, you think that you can go off and explore and do other things in your life, be an adult, if you will, and then you realize quickly, oh, right, there's bills. Oh, right, I have to find a place to live. Oh, right, I have to buy mustard. These were all the things I didn't have to worry about before. You find yourself coming back to the fold. Needless to say, we're going to go ahead and get the box opened up. Check out the contents. I'm going to just kind of move the box to the side so I can just get a good grip of the things in there. And it's not going to be taking up too much space here. The first thing we're going to be looking at is a Minico figure of Harry Potter Ron Weasley. Now, we have looked at these before, but the ones we did look at before was a Batman and a Pennywise. Never really anything from Harry Potter. I must admit, that's looking pretty snazzy. I would have guessed more so to get like a Harry Potter as a first outing. Oh, there is a Harry located on the back there. There's also Hermione as well. Very, very neat. This comes to us from Iron Studios, and of course, sometimes these are the ZBox exclusives. I don't see anything on here actually indicating that this is specifically a ZBox exclusive. I could be wrong. I'm not seeing anything on the underside. I'm certainly not seeing anything from the front. What I am, though, seeing is a pretty neat-looking Ron. I would love, if anything, maybe based on how good this one turned out, and a Harry Potter fan, I would be probably wanting to be inclined to pick up both the Harry and the Hermione. I might be able to see if I could pick that one up over on ZBox's website. Well, that's pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and put that to the side. Let's have a look at the rest of the contents going on inside. I think this is Batman, if I'm not mistaken. It is Batman. Well, I guess not so much. It's almost Batman. It's specifically more Robin. You can see there's old Dick Grayson Robin. I'm assuming it's Dick Grayson. And I thought this could be actually a word that I'm supposed to be deciphering. Perhaps a clue left by the Riddler. But down below there's also him on his Robin motorcycle. It definitely does look like Dick Grayson Robin. I'm assuming it's not Jason Todd. And it's definitely not Tim Drake. That's very cool. I like that. I like the blue also on the backdrop of the black. Very, very schwanky. While we're also on the topic of Batmobiles, this was, I think, the thing that was peeking its way from the back. It's one of these old, Batmobiles that I think, I'm trying to remember the name of the company that actually does these. It is, I think it's Eagle Moss, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if it says something here on the side. Ah, yes, right there at the top. My eyes, I guess, weren't focused on the fact it says published by Eagle Moss Limited. I have a couple of these. I certainly don't have this one, that's for sure. This is from Detective Comics 219. And normally it does say the number or the type of car it is. I don't see, maybe again I'm not, I thought it said Model T somewhere. Maybe again it was my eyes playing tricks on me. See, no. Doesn't say. Just says Eagle Moss down below here. Like I said, I normally it would tell you the type of car, I think, as well. But like that's an old vintage Batmobile. You don't get any more vintage than that. I have collected a couple of these over the years. There's a few Batmobiles I would certainly like to get my hands on. Not necessarily one of these, but I'd love to still get that blue Batmobile that's kind of got the curled fins on the back. That was from the old Detective comic runs of the 90s, like the mid-90 period. But very cool nonetheless, though. I can add that to my Batmobile collection. Let's see what else we have going on in here. Maybe this was the thing that was causing the damage. It's a Young Justice DC graphic novel collection, volume 35. This one is entitled A League of Their Own, and it's also released by Eagle Moss Collections. The back says, volume 35, Young Justice, A League of Their Own, originally published as Young Justice number 1 to 6, September 1998 to March 1999. Meet Robin, Superboy, Impulse, Wonder Girl, Arrowette, and Secret. Setting up shop in the cave headquarters of the original Justice League of America, this newly formed team's first case involves a strange vehicle of unknown origin. Typical of the youthful heroes, they don't hesitate to leap in and find themselves hurtling off to parts unknown. It was also published in here, Flash 1992, originally published in July of 1994. Bart Allen is lost in time stream, with his speed powers burning non-stop and aging him rapidly. The search for Bart sends Wally West, the Flash, on a quest around the world. That has me so intrigued, in fact, that I choose to take it upon myself to open this up. I want to see what the actual artwork looks like inside. I mean, based on really just the read-ups and liking Young Justice myself, I'm going to open this up and see what the artwork actually looks like. Now, to follow the suit with most of these Eagle Moss, you generally have these little spines on the back here. And of course, when you have these lined up, it will make a big, giant picture. I'm not really sure what... I guess it would just be DC. If that's C, I'm guessing that's C. Let's open this up and check out the artwork here. Oh, that's Despero along the top there. Let's just quickly flip through the artwork. It's very sort of a cartoon animated style of artwork, but I think it works well, specifically for this style of team. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That will be definitely a fun sit down and read. I need to find myself more and more time, I think, allocated to the idea of sitting down and just enjoying a comic book. It doesn't happen as much as I feel it should. I do really want to set aside the time. It's hard being, of course, an adult. You have a child, you have jobs, you have responsibilities. But I think ever so often somebody should just still set aside time to sit down with a book, a good novel, or in this case, a trade paperback. Finally, the last thing inside the box. We get ourselves a little advert here. Boy, that box, like I said, is just barely holding on. I hope the Honey Badger at least got the better of the box. I hate to think that the Honey Badger was worse for wear after battling the ZBox. Inside we have, you just received a new mini-co, the Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ron Weasley. I guess either one of these would have been available. Of course, I did get myself the Ron Weasley. I kind of like that one. Although the Hermione, nothing to sneeze at. You can also get yours by subscribing to the ZBox at Zabby. You may also be interested in some of the other ones that they have produced. I never did get my hands on that Aquaman. I sort of kick myself that I didn't. There's also Captain America, and there's Harry Potter that we just talked about earlier. Minico brings to life the most beloved characters in a unique and original form. For more about that, you can head on over to Facebook, the Mimico. Is it Minico? I mean, yeah, it is Minico. I don't know why I felt the need to say Mimico. Minico.official. And you can also follow them on Instagram at Minico_Iron Studios if you want to find out more. And there's nothing really on the back. It's just front advertising. Pretty cool stuff, though, I have to admit, in this go-around. I'd like to think that I got everything that was inside the box. Judging by just the structural damage, it was only to the corner. I don't think anything actually escaped. Let's hope that's not actually the case. But let's have a look at the things that we got inside. We did get ourselves a Young Justice League of Their Own graphic novel collection. This was kind of interesting. A vintage-style Batmobile with the Bat logo face there on the front, and of course the fin located on the back. These, by the way, you can just peel off, and you still got the case inside. You can actually take the case off and everything else like that. I got a couple of these. Looking forward to adding this one along with it. Got ourselves not a Batman t-shirt this go around, but we did get ourselves a vintage, speaking of vintage, let's open it up here, a vintage Robin t-shirt. Very nice, like that. And we did get ourselves another Minico. I can add that to my small mini-code collection, which again only has Pennywise and only has a black version of Batman, black cowled version of Batman. I can now at least add Harry Potter to the mix. And I really, again, like the design of that. I'm going to see if I can pick up more of those over on Zavvy's website. Again, if you guys would like to get all these collectibles, t-shirts, trade paperbacks, and more delivered to your house every single month, consider the idea of subscribing to the ZBox by clicking the link down below in the video description. And also, while you're in that area, in the basement, perhaps grabbing those old paint brushes, you know they're not going to work. You'd like to think that you could just whack them across a countertop and you're going to break all the paint. Remember those infomercials where people do that and then the bottom of the paintbrush falls off? Go out there, invest in proper paintbrushes. And of course, every single time you're finished painting, do the necessary time involved to clean off those brushes. Your paintbrushes will thank you later. Also, while you're down there, though, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Turn the bell notification on as a friendly reminder, sort of like somebody tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, I really like that t-shirt on you. And you reply with, I don't know who you are, but you've got good taste in t-shirts. That's a friendly reminder. Or is that a friendly flatter? Either way, though, stay tuned to this channel Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when new videos will be popping up on this channel. And it's definitely going to be a lot of stuff coming your way between unboxings, between statue reviews, and between figure reviews. There's always new stuff coming to this channel, so keep your peepers peeled for those. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.